Hey there, bookworms! My name is Jen. I am an avid reader and a girl who drinks a lot of tea. I drink a lot of tea. Today, we are talking about the life-changing magic of tidying up. It's the Japanese art of decluttering, and it is by Miss Marie Kondo. It's just this cute little petite Japanese woman who just wants things to be organized and in order all the time. So she starts by addressing the fact that nobody ever taught us how to tidy up. In school, there weren't any classes that taught you how to do something like this. And she said this is a major pain point for people because they organize their space, or so they think they do, and then within a matter of hours or days or a week, their place is a disaster again, and they just can't feel like they could ever get a handle on it. What? Do you mind? I'm trying to record a video right now. She says the moment that you start this journey, this tidying journey, your life will change. And that your goal in that moment should be to reinvent your lifestyle and the way you live and to try to find joy in the things that you possess. She says that we must discard all at once and that this big transformation, that's really what's gonna push that momentum, propel us forward to see substantial change. And that, my friends, discarding, that is the first step. Okay, so when discarding, you're thinking to yourself, you're like, oh, okay. I gotta get rid of stuff. You're in a mindset of I gotta get rid of stuff, and that's, that's okay, because you probably do have too much shit, and you should probably get rid of some stuff. But when you're thinking about a particular item, you shouldn't be thinking in terms of like loss gain like that. You shouldn't be thinking like, oh, I'm gonna lose this item. If I get rid of it, I'm gonna lose it. What Marie Kondo says is we need to make a mental shift. We need to flip the way that you're thinking about that. Instead of holding an item or looking at something and saying, should I get rid of this? I'm gonna lose this. You should be thinking about what you actually want to keep. And then you're focusing on those things that you love and the reward of keeping something versus the negative consequence of discarding something. You should be thinking about what makes you happy. And Marie Kondo kind of propels this forward with always asking her clients to ask themselves, does this spark joy? Does this bring me happiness? So if it doesn't spark joy, even if you're a little iffy about it, oh, I don't really know, this is my color, like, oh, I haven't used this juicer in like 8-9 months and it's pretty big. No, buy, tell them boy buy, Beyonce its ass. Like you don't need that extra baggage. It's almost like guilting you. Like you have this item there and you're like, oh shit. Like that item knows that you don't use it and you know you don't use that item and you're kind of like keeping it a slave in your house. So a few months ago, my mom had given me a scarf. And it just wasn't my style. But I kept this scarf because my mom gave it to me. And I know that she was being so thoughtful and saying, Jen loves pineapples and she loves scarves and she's gonna love this. And I eventually got rid of it and I just kind of felt like this like weight come off of me, is that like, it wasn't actually about the object. It was about the thought and the intention behind the object. And I could just be mindful of that and thank my mother for thinking of me and that kindness and that sweetness and that sincerity. And I still have that memory of that happening without having the item that I don't actually really like, because that's not what's important to me. It's the fact that she wanted me to have something like that and she was thinking of me. That really matters. And in a way, Marie Kondo says that you need to do that. Like you need to appreciate those things for the people that gave you those items, and have the grace to let them go and say, I appreciate what this item means and what the person's intention was behind it and how thoughtful it was of them, and thank them for this. But to have no need to actually keep the item that you're not gonna love or use. That's the thing that Konmari really tries to explain, is that tidying should really be like a thankful release. If there are things that you hold on to but you never used, or things that you use so much they're falling apart now, and they need to be retired, you should just show your appreciation for them at that time. Pick it up, feel it, bring it to your face, revel in that nostalgia and the moments of joy that you had with that item, and smile instead of feeling this remorse, this guilt for getting rid of this thing and losing it. Switch that mentality to be thinking about how thankful you are for the times and the joy that that item had brought you. So we break down our discarding process by assessing categories, and Konmari says to start with clothes. So you're gonna get all your clothes, and I mean all of your clothes. That sweatshirt that's in your car, the sneakers in your gym bag, like I mentioned, even your dirty laundry. You're gonna get all of your clothes, so stack it into fucking piles. So you're gonna put all your tops in a pile, all your bottoms in a pile, all your socks in a pile, your underwear in a pile, your fancy dresses in a pile. So you have to think about the things that bring you joy. And these things that bring you happiness, these things are definite. They go in a, yes, I am definitely keeping this pile. They are your all-time go-to comfortable items. So you're gonna take everything off of the hanger, you're gonna touch it, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna, you know, when you have that kind of like, tactile sense there, you can pick things up and be like, oh, I forgot, I don't wear this fucking sweater because it's really itchy. And it kind of like reminds you of reasons maybe why you don't wear something. Even, you know, if something, you're not sure of something, start a pile of things to like maybe try on, but I try to limit that. Like there are some things that sometimes I tried on where I was like, I really like the look of this top, I like the feel of it, but like I put it on and it's kind of like tight on my arms and I hate that, and I end up getting rid of it. Like I feel stronger about the fact that it's not right when I actually try it on. So if you feel like there are certain things like that you kind of need affirmation, that they don't work, put them in like a maybe pile, but stop thinking in terms of a maybe pile. Like you really don't want to have a maybe pile, you want to have a yes, no, I'm gonna try on after this, to put it in a yes or no pile. You don't want to keep a maybe pile, especially avoid that like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep it for like 2 weeks, and if I wear it in that 2-week window, no. If you're already thinking that, it's probably time to get rid of the item because you don't like it enough to actually keep it. So if it doesn't bring you joy, if you don't feel like a super fox, if you're not slaying in it, I recommend that you get rid of it, you know, thank it for being a part of your journey at that time, neatly fold it, prepare it for its new home, kiss it, wish it luck. Don't actually kiss it and wish it luck, that's weird. Mentally kiss it and wish it luck. A thrifter will probably find this item once you donate it, and maybe someone will find it and think it's just a steal. So just think of the joy that you getting rid of that item will bring to somebody else, and you're kind of giving it a second chance at a new life, because right now, the life it's leading is in a dark, neglected place in your closet. All right, we're just gonna keep moving. Move on to the next category, books. Be careful not to fall in the habit of opening up the book and reading through it, because that's, again, like kind of like a slippery slope. Like you want to be able to pick it up and assess it within a few seconds. Like, is this something that brings me joy? Is this something that I'm ever gonna reference again, that I'm gonna use? So remember that a book is something that if you've read it, that you've already actually digested. Like you've already gleaned the information from it, and it's the information that has that meaning, not necessarily the book as the object that has that meaning. It's what you've learned from it. It's the knowledge that you've already gained that's in your head. But if the book is very special to you and you want to keep it to reference something, that's fine. But she says to just remember that like the value isn't in the book, it's in what you learned from the book. Kind of on this notion, if you have books that are on your shelf that you actually haven't finished, Marie Kondo would say that you should ditch them. She truly believes that the right moment to read a book is the moment that you encounter it and that you feel inspired by it. Papers, 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 papers. Okay, the goal with papers is to not have papers. That's Konmari's goal, is to like, you should literally not have papers. You have no reason to have papers. She says that her average client had 2 45-liter bags full of papers that they got rid of. So there are only 3 reasons why you should keep papers. It's something that you are currently using, like a bill. This could be a bill. Pay it. Don't keep the stub. Just get rid of it. It's online. You don't need it. Something that's purposeful for a limited amount of time, like a coupon. So you keep it for, you know, a month until you use it, and then you get rid of it when it expires. And third, perhaps the most slippery of slopes, is that it's something that you need to keep permanently. And there are very few things that you need to keep permanently. So maybe like your passport falls into this category. But be careful not to be like, I need this instruction manual, I need this. No, you don't. Most instruction manuals are online today. So if it's really, and let's pause here. If you're really working on something, you're like, oh, I can't figure out how to put this thing on the vacuum. You're not even gonna look for your instruction manual anyway. You're gonna Google it. So just get rid of it. And if you have something that's really important to you show it off, you know, give it life, frame it, put it somewhere where you see it every day so that you can experience that all the time instead of shamefully like hiding it away. And I use the word shamefully because it's something that she uses a lot in the book, is that you almost like, you're trapping these things that you supposedly care about like in a dark place where they're never seeing the light of day. And it's really important to recognize and remember the things that bring you joy and put them very forward facing in your life as reminders. So one of my favorite things that she talks about in the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up is having a designated spot for everything. This might sound like a little neurotic, but I actually love it. So what she says, and bear with me here, is that she takes things out of her purse every single day. She does this. She takes her wallet out, she takes her keys and has a spot for her keys. She'll take out her receipts. And it sounds odd, but honestly, I started doing it and I really found a huge impact in it, because I felt like I was taking stuff out of my bags every day anyway without realizing it. Before I started doing this, and that, you know, sometimes when I go to the bar, I'd want a different bag. And then if I had a smaller bag, I'd want a smaller wallet. So I was switching things all the time anyway, or I was using multiple bags and leaving shit in those bags. So I'd be like, where's my red lipstick? I don't know. Let me like go through every single bag I own to try to find this. So there was actually a certain like a calmness and a grace in unloading my bag every day, and, you know, having like a bowl to place my keys in so I always knew where they would be, and like a plate for my wallet. I found it's easier to just do them at the time that you get in for the day. Like, instead of letting my shoes pile up next to the door, I'll always take my shoes off and put them back on my shoe shelf. Yeah, having like a designated spot for those things and doing them right away, taking those few seconds or minutes to put them back into their place, will keep your house organized in a tidy fashion instead of having to worry about cleaning up after yourself later. She says that clutter happens for two basic reasons. So there's too much effort required in putting something away, or it's unclear where that item actually belongs in the first place. So don't make it complicated to put something away and have a space for everything. It's pretty fucking simple. She said that at the end of most people's tidying journey, they end up getting rid of between 20 and 30 45-liter bags of shit. And that's amazing to me. I mean, I literally cannot imagine how freeing it would be to have all that literal weight removed from your life and your living space. Before I did this, I really felt guilty. I had a lot of things that were overflowing that I didn't need. And in a way, I kind of felt haunted a lot of the times by these items and these things that I couldn't get rid of. But this really is an amazing, life-changing book. It's not just about going on a cleaning spree. It's about kind of reclaiming your space and reclaiming your sanctuary. And that's the way anybody's home should feel like to me. It should feel like your sanctuary. And you don't want to feel stressed at home. That's where you unwind and you decompress. And there are so many other stressful parts of your life that your living space shouldn't be that for you. I don't want to ramble about this because you don't care about my journey. You're going to have a journey of your own. But it just really helped me to kind of mentally reframe, to be thinking about the things that bring me joy and letting go of messy things in my life. And it spilled over to more than just tidying. Like that mental shift of mentality of thinking about what brings you happiness and what brings you joy and meaning has kind of shifted over into like my relationships with people and stuff as well. So I always ask myself, you know, does this spark joy? And that's a great question to ask yourself in anything that you do. Well, thanks for listening. I hope that you found my review of the life-changing magic of tidying up useful or helpful or inspiring in some sort of way. Regardless, this is a new channel for me, so I'm hoping that you found this useful and maybe want to come back to listen to some more book reviews here on YouTube. If you do, please hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment in the video to kind of cheer me on and encourage me to keep going forward with this. I'm going to try to release a new video each month, if not more. I have tons of books on my list right now that I've already read that I could do reviews about, and plenty more new ones that I will be reading this year. So feel free to give me a comment below about a book that you might want to hear a review about. I'll see if it was on my list and if I can help you out. And thank you again for watching, and keep reading, bookworms.